Okay, bitch. Let's talk about um what is it? The Devil Wears Prada, the book versus the movie. So, like I said, there are certain movies that are way better than the books. And this is one of them. So Devil Wears Prada, the very first one. Andy, she's like from New York, like a small city or town in New York. But she still goes out there, right? Um, and she still wants to be what is it? She's an editor. She wants to work for the New Yorker. Like that's her dream job. And unlike the movie, there's no gay friend. And it actually starts off where she's like been traveling with her boyfriend. In the book, he's not called Nate, or his name is Nate in the book. Either way, the name is different in the book than it is in the movie. So she is all in love with him. They've been on a trip all through like India in this bullshit. And then she's like, oh bitch, I need to find a job. So then she like goes to look for a job and she applies at Elias Clark. And that's where this one assistant is like, okay, so bitch, there's this girl named Miranda Priestley and she's looking for an assistant. Do you know who she is? And she of course doesn't. So that's how she gets that job. And then like the lady's just trying to find anyone for Miranda because Miranda supposes is this evil person and just mean and you can't deal with her. And I'm just like, bitch. At the end of I was just looking at that. I never noticed that stain. But yeah. Um, so they're like, yeah, you should work for Miranda Priestley and all this shit. And she's like, okay. So she does, and she goes for the interview. Miranda doesn't treat her like she does in the movie, which is kind of like sad because it actually would be funny. She just like is very much like, oh, you should do this. Mind you, she gets the job. She's like, oh well, it can't work when you want me to come in, so like let's do it like maybe this day. And then they actually negotiate with her. First of all, bitch, that already tells me like you're a brat. Cause you know how many people will not work with you like that? Like and will not like be like, oh okay, well like you can't work, then I guess you don't get a job. And so again, she's acting like Miss Miranda's unreasonable. But she worked with you when you didn't want to work. And then after that, her and Lily, her bestie, they've known each other since they were in grade school. Lily's mom died or something. They were friends and Lily didn't have a friend, so then Andy became her friend. But Lily in the book is an alcoholic. And she is always drunk. She's trying to go through what is it, her master's program, but she can't do it because she's always drunk. It's like, bitch. So then she doesn't live with Lily at first. She lives with these two Indian girls. And then yeah, they call her fat because she likes soup like in the book in the movie. But pretty much everything is really different. It's not funny like the movie is. There's a security guard that makes her sing before she has to enter. And the book actually starts off with her as Miranda's assistant. And Miranda has a dog. Like she doesn't make her do all the crazy things. Like she does the Harry Potter thing, but she doesn't go the level that she does in the movie. And even the Miami thing where like she needs to get her a plane, she kind of does that, but not in a crazy way like she does in the movie. Again, the speech that oh my god, and our favorite homosexual is not in it. He's in it for a minute, but Nigel is like barely like a character. He's like maybe like once then he goes away. But Nigel in the movie says she's running $1 billion company. Do you know what that? Literally, all I thought about when I was like reading the book, because she's like, oh, she's unreasonable. She wants this. She wants that. I'm like, girl, she runs a freaking $1 billion company and is the voice of fashion, and you're thinking that she's unreasonable. Like, yeah, I'd be stressed out and making you do all this stuff too if you're my assistant. I don't understand how people think when you have that much power that you're not gonna like be doing a lot of stuff. And yes, some of the stuff it's like, oh my god, why are you making me do this? She's also testing you because she wants to see if she offers you something. Because the main premise behind the whole thing is if you work for Miranda for 1 year, it'll be like working for 10 years with someone else, and then you can get that help that you need to get whatever job you want, and that's why she does it. Meanwhile, also, as in the movie, her friends are assholes, and so is her boyfriend because everyone's like, oh, you're ignoring everyone because of this and you're ignoring everyone because of that. I'm like, bitch, she's following her dreams. Do not ever let someone like stop you from that. Because if they stop you, that's not your tribe. And especially after you find out in book two what happens with them. So, like everyone's all mad that she's following her dreams and that she's and in book one in the book versus the movie, they don't really ever have like a instance where Andy outperforms Emily. It just so happens that Emily does end up getting sick, like in the book, but that's the reason why she doesn't go to Paris. And then so like obviously Andy has to go in her place and Emily isn't too upset. She just but Emily doesn't really like her because she thinks that um what is it? That Andy complains too much. And she's not wrong because the bitch really does complain a lot. And then even in like finding out the gifts that Miranda spends and everything, she doesn't realize that like, hey, if this bitch is allowed to spend this much money, maybe she's doing something. And all she can think is, oh, it's frivolous, it's this and that. I hate working for her. She's mean. She's a dragon lady. You're literally just complaining about rich people are fucking crazy. I remember once I did someone's party and I had to dress up like a geisha, and she like made me sit in the corner and tell fake geisha stories. And I'm like, bitch, first of all, I'm not Japanese. Second of all, I'm not like a geisha, but I'll take the coin. Um, so yeah, so then she ends up going to Paris because Emily can't because she's sick, and Emily doesn't have the accident like she did in the movie, which would have been funny. But again, like in the movie, so this is another thing that the movie doesn't mention, but was mentioned in the book. The reason why Miranda has all those scars, she's actually known for having white or mez scarves, which are discontinued at one point, and that's why she's just like using them to the point when they like run out because she'll like, yeah, they're like napkins to her basically, and she's known for carrying them around and putting them on things, and she's okay with losing them. Because yeah, the bitch has a ton of money, and she also has like a, I think it's a Fendi bag that was personally made for her that she like always breaks or whatever because she's like, again, all these things are like toys to her. Bitch, I'll put like fucking hot dogs in my designer bag sometimes. But I digress. So yeah, she goes with her to Paris. Also, her and her husband don't have issues like they do in the movie. Which again, I think the movie wanted to make her more human, even though they kind of made her meaner in the book in the movie. Because the book, I didn't think she was that mean. Literally, the reason why Andy quits is because Miranda needs what is it? A passport, two passports for her twins so that they can come with her to Paris within 24 hours. And Andy's like, that's impossible. I can't do that. So I'm just going to quit. Also, because her friend gets in an accident because she's been in driving. And it's like, girl, that's your fault that you drove on the wrong side of the road, hit a taxi cab, and ended up in a coma. And like her boyfriend's all like, "Oh, you're wrong for not being there for your friend. She needs you right now. She's in coma." Girl, boy, it was her fault. Like honestly, how dare you get mad at Andy for this? And again, she's in a coma. She ain't going nowhere. She'll be back in 2 weeks when she's done with Paris, and that's what she should have done. But no, because Miranda wanted the passport. Andy's like, "Oh, I don't want to be like Miranda because she chooses herself over her family." And I'm like, "Girl, you're choosing someone that drinks a lot over a career, and I'm sorry, but you need to let her learn her own lessons." And so yeah, she quits and she tells Miranda F you in Paris. And I'm like, that's kind of stupid. So then Emily, poor sick Emily, mind you, has to like call Andy and be like, "Oh, you're fired. Even though I'm sick and I'm not with Miranda, I have to fire you." And then Andy is like, just like, okay. And it doesn't like honestly. Then she sells a story to 17, and then she works for a magazine for a minute, and that's the end of the story. And she quits her job. She goes back home to live with her mom and her friend who drinks a lot. And yeah, that's how the story ends because it's like, oh, I need to save my friend that drinks a lot. Girl, no. I would have stayed in Paris. I would have gotten that. I would have got my bag, and then I would have came back and helped you find whatever you needed. So yeah, the book was so stupid. Don't read the book. Go see the movie. Watch the movie as many times as you want. Cause yeah, part two is coming out.